Welcome to News Now on M6, your hometown station. I'm Jacob Van Sickle.
And I'm Selena Reyna.
And for our top story, in southern England, skeletal remains of a carrier pigeon with a long-forgotten message from World War II was discovered in a chimney. The pigeon carried a message returning from France in 1944. Although what the message says remains unknown, it was an unusual coding for secret messages. Experts cannot even reveal what the messages consist of, but they are trying to unravel it using World War II logbooks.
Over 10,000 people need housing in New York after the destruction of Hurricane Sandy. Many people are on the streets using blankets for warmth in 30-degree weather. American Red Cross is sending 80,000 blankets to the people in over 9 states without heat or shelter. The mayor of New York City says officials are working on a solution for the massive housing problem.
In Atlanta, Georgia, 2 police officers were killed in a helicopter crash late Saturday night. It started as a helicopter search for a missing 9-year-old boy. After about 2 hours, the helicopter was in pieces on a city street. 2 officers were dead, and hundreds of Atlanta residents had no power. The boy was later found safe. He had run away from home because his mother scolded him.
Tuesday, November 6th, Michigan citizens voted on the 6 proposals. All 6 proposals were rejected. Michigan voters do not seem willing to change the Constitution on these subjects.
Police stopped a car because they suspected the driver to be the I-96 shooter. The I-96 shooter may have been involved in 24 shootings between October 16th and 27th. They have made an arrest but have not released the name. He is reportedly a 43-year-old man who has been living in Wixom.
The Underground Railroad was a very significant part of Port Huron's history. To inform the public of their town's role in this historical event, the Port Huron Museum is opening its newest exhibit, Passage to Freedom: Secrets of the Underground Railroad, on November 16th. The museum is open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Regular admission is $8 for adults and $6 for students and seniors, and children 4 years and under will be free. Susan Bennett, the museum's executive director, said that this is the most requested educator program we've ever had.
A 17-year-old Goodles man was robbed last Friday, November 2nd, on the 800 block of Oak Street. The men confronted him and took his keys and phone before fleeing. The suspects are thought to be 2 white men and 2 black men in their late teens. Anyone with information should call the capture line at 1-800-987-6688.
5th graders at Michigami Elementary School walked up and down Pine Grove Avenue with signs encouraging people to vote Tuesday. About 7 students were joined by family members and their teacher Colette Collins. Though the 5th graders can't vote for 8 more years, they wanted to do their part in the election. I wish I could vote.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now to Brandon with the sports.
Thanks, Selena. This past weekend, the Giants hosted the Steelers and had quarterback Ben Roethlisberger in a tight spot after taking the lead when Giants number 72 Ozzie Umenyiora stripped the ball to create a scoring run to top off the game for a win. Also, the Lions took on the Jaguars. The Lions started off hitting hard and fast to score first. This helped seal the deal for the Lions as the Jaguars had some problems as they only put up 14 points. Now on to some college news. University of Michigan won against Minnesota 35-13. Michigan is advancing in the Big Ten and is set to play Northwestern Wildcats this Saturday. The game will be at Michigan Stadium. Michigan State lost to Nebraska 28-24. State has a bye week and is not playing until the following week against Northwestern Wildcats on November 17th. The State Wildcats game will be played at Spartan Stadium. For some high school news, after the Marysville varsity swim team finished second to Romeo on Saturday afternoon at their home pool, the Vikings will now turn their attention to several individuals including Ashley Jones and So-Young Douglas, and a relay team also including Ashley Jones, So-Young Douglas, Hope Ayers, and Maddie Moldenhauer, who will be heading to the state finals November 16th and 17th. The United States women's soccer team, which won the gold medal at the 2012 London Olympics, will face China at Ford Field December 8th. This will be their first match out of 3. This will take place in Detroit at 1:30 p.m. Tickets go on sale to the general public at 10 a.m. Saturday. We'll be right back after this.
Winston, just one more inning, Grandma.
Ever notice how many things today kids can do without actually moving? A whole lot of things their parents used to do the hard way. So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. which makes exercise even more important for children. In fact, new research tells us the best time to enhance bone development is during childhood and adolescence. And just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Healthy bones come from healthy habits. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello.
Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Welcome back to News Now on 6. I hear you have an interesting story about the Jersey Shore cast.
I do. After the saddening events of Hurricane Sandy, the Jersey Shore cast is doing everything in their power to provide relief for Seaside Heights. As of last weekend, Seaside residents have been evacuated and an estimated of 2.6 million homes and businesses in the area are still lacking electricity. The cast is reuniting to host a one-hour special on MTV called Restore the Shore. MTV is teaming up with the nonprofit organization Architecture for Humanity, a relief program that helps redesign and rebuild areas impacted by natural disasters. The Jersey Shore special airs live on Thursday, November 15th. Viewers will be encouraged to donate online or by text message during and after the show.
A 23-month-old girl spoke her first word after being fitted with a bionic ear. Emily from New Horton, New Hampshire, had never heard her mother's voice. Undergoing a risky implant surgery, only a couple weeks after the device was turned on, Emily was able to speak her first word, Mama. And now to Jade for some school news.
Thank you, Selena. Attention students, Quiz Bowl is returning. Students had the opportunity to sign up this past week. The first meeting was in the library Wednesday, November 7th. This club gives students the opportunity to compete against kids from other schools and show off their knowledge. For more information, contact Ms. Taylor. If you're interested in theater, the senior play West of Pecos is off and running, but in order to be successful, they need seniors who are willing to be backstage crew for the play. Anyone interested needs to go backstage of the auditorium at 6 p.m. on November 13th. The play will be performed November 29th and 30th, so be sure to mark it on your calendar. In other news, the counseling office is accepting applications for dual enrollment for second semester. Students who meet the criteria of a PLAN or ACT score of 19 and an MME of 1 or 2 are welcome to apply. Applications must be completed and turned in by Wednesday, November 21st. On a more exciting note, the Viking football team has had another successful year. Coach Kaz will be hosting the Varsity Football Awards on Monday, November 12th at 5:30 p.m. in the high school auditorium. All Viking fans are welcome to attend. We'll be back for this with more after this.
If you could see anything in the world, what would it be?
I'd love to see Paris.
I like to see cupcakes falling from the sky.
My daughter, married and happy.
I want to see things the way I used to.
Chances are, someone you love may one day be affected by macular degeneration or glaucoma. Log on to seeabettertomorrow.org or call 1-800-437-2423 to learn about glaucoma and macular degeneration. Call 1-800-437-2423 or log on to seeabettertomorrow.org.
I just want to see more of the things I love.
Welcome back to M6, your hometown station. Let's toss over to Molly with technology.
Thank you, Jacob. Smartphones have been rising in popularity, not only with normal customers, but with big companies as well. NASA is now developing a spacecraft powered by commercial smartphones. The reason behind this change is the fact that smartphones are cheaper than their usual technology. By making this change, it only costs NASA $3,500 per satellite. These satellites are built around Nexus 1 smartphones and are roughly 4 pounds and 4-inch cubes. There hasn't been a smartphone satellite launch yet, but they are hoping to send one out before the year is up. In other NASA news, the Space Shuttle Atlantis made its final journey to Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex and will be put on display in a brand new display facility scheduled to be open to the public in July of 2013. The shuttle made a 9.8-mile journey to the complex that took 12 hours to complete. As the shuttle completed the journey, there was a parade and a farewell ceremony for the shuttle as it was ushered to its final resting place. In computer news, this past Monday, Oak Ridge National Lab in Tennessee revealed a new supercomputer that may be the most powerful machine on Earth. It is a Cray supercomputer made up of almost 19,000 processing units and over 710 terabytes of memory. This supercomputer is in a new trend of computers that uses graphic processing chips to do its calculations. Titan is more than 10 times stronger than Jaguar, Oak Ridge's previous supercomputer. Oak Ridge plans to use the computer to test energy, climate changes, and materials through simulations on the computer. Microsoft finally released their long-awaited operating system, Windows 8, on October 26th. Windows 8 completely changes the basic Windows format, opting for a sleek and simple interface. However, many reviewers complain that Microsoft has gone too far out of many users' comfort zones, emphasizing that Windows 8 is meant for tablets and touchscreen computers. Existing Windows 7 and Windows Vista users can upgrade to this new operating system for a reduced price available through the end of January. Now back to you, Jacob.
Thanks, Molly. I'm really excited about Windows 8.
Yeah, now I can get rid of my Windows Vista.
Oh yeah. Let's toss it over to Taylor with entertainment.
Thanks, Jacob. The movie Wreck-It Ralph had an opening of $49.1 million. Its debut topped an opening weekend record for a non-Pixar, in-house made Disney cartoon. The movie was based off a 1980s video game. It stars John C. Reilly as the main character and Will Ferrell as his sidekick. Flight debuted in second place with $25 million. In other news, this last Friday, New York City hosted a benefit concert for Sandy victims. This concert was filled with superstars like Steven Tyler, Christina Aguilera, and many more. Walt Disney Company said it would donate $2 million to the American Red Cross, plus CBS, MTV, and Fox News owners also announced big donations to the Red Cross to help people affected by Sandy. In the music industry, Taylor Swift's new album, Red, sold 1.2 million in its first week. This is the biggest sales week for any record in 10 years. According to Billboard 200, Lady Gaga held the record at 1.1 million sold when Born This Way came out last May. Swift also achieved her third #1 on the Billboard. Swift became the only woman to claim 2 sales weeks that hit a million since SoundScan began sales in 1991. After Swift found out the exciting news, she posted on Twitter, "How is this real life? You are unreal. I love you so much. Thanks a million." Recently, Disney bought the rights to Star Wars trilogy from Lucasfilms. Disney is going to start its new trilogy of Star Wars. It is said to be released in 2015. No further information has been released as to what the new movie will be based on, but it should be a good one. Back to you, Jake.
Thanks, Taylor. Thank you for joining us for News Now on M6, your hometown station.